Hey everyone. Today, I wanted to try something a little new, and that is commentating over some of my driving in Forza. Kinda don't know why I wanted to do that, but we're doing it. So we're going to be starting out here with the Subaru BRZ. This is upgraded a bit, mainly with performance parts for the tires, obviously the body for aero. I did a little bit of work under the engine, I did upgrade the camshafts, and I did replace the natural aspiration with a centrifugal supercharger, which you can hear whining. Ooh, just listen to that. Absolutely brilliant. Had a bit of a poor launch, but that's okay. We quickly recover and just immediately get right into the speed with this car. The thing I love about the BRZ, I really think, took that corner pretty nice. I think we did alright. Follow-up corner though, could definitely use some work there. Anyways, as I was saying, the BRZ is a really fun car to drive in Forza. It definitely is a little slow, but overall the handling and the aerodynamics and its acceleration is just amazing. This car is absolutely brilliant to drive. I mean, it's astounding. Took this corner a bit poorly, had a bit too much oversteer, but we did recover and we brought it back. Swapping into our gear right now, we're just coming up to a nice big round turn here. We're going to be slowing down. We actually take this corner pretty brilliantly. I mean, overall, just absolutely a stunning turn. I mean, the game doesn't think it is, but I thought it was a pretty brilliant turn. For those who don't know, the track we are on is the Nürburgring Full Circuit. I mean, this track is monstrous, and it really tests your car. I mean, like, this track will put your car through the ringer. It has bumpy roads. It has sharp, tight turns just like this. It has a lot of chicanes designed to slow you down and test your awareness. And overall, I think I did fantastic. I mean, me and this BRZ, we are just taking these corners brilliantly. Not too fast, not too slow, but overall just right. So, perfect turn right there, at least in my opinion. The game says it's good, but I disagree. We're coming in on a nice tight chicane here. We take it slow, cut that right. Have a bit too much power given to the powertrain, but it's okay. We recover and we get a good turn award there. I take this turn a bit too hard, but overall we end out good. Now this is a beautiful turn coming up. I mean, just great. We kept that speed and we kept our follow-up. At least I thought I did all right. Probably could have done a little better, but I thought it was great. We are coming down this turn fast. Now we got a bit of a curvy little road here. Absolutely brilliant. We slow down. We change gears very appropriately. Have a bit of oversteer, but we correct it very quickly and get right back on the gas. We take this corner absolutely beautifully. I mean, just watch that. Brilliant. Oh, wow. Just took that corner a bit hard. You could tell I was a little on my brakes, and you could tell I overshot that corner. But we recover, take a nice look around, make sure the scenery is looking as beautiful as can be. Here we are, going down, slow down a bit. Ooh, almost had that corner a bit too hard. I could see that the tires lost grip there. You really do have to listen to your tires, though, while playing Forza. Listening to your tires is probably the most key important thing you can do, because when you hear them just screeching, you know they are at the edge of their grip. They are just trying their hardest to stick to that road, just like a sticker. Coming up on a nice, tight turn. We slow down pretty decently, and we follow through and carry our speed. Overall, a pretty good turn. I have to agree with Forza there. It's pretty crazy though, being able to see how my just actually rewatching a lot of my gameplay here. I wonder, what I was thinking, just carrying through these turns. Ooh, took that corner way too hard. and we're actually going to rewind and just watch. Ooh, I come around still a little too hard, but I'm able to keep control of my car. We take this corner actually pretty decently, although if we would have stuck to the right a bit more, we would have been able to carry some more speed through that corner right there. That was a pretty good chicane, though. Overall, pretty brilliant. As I was saying earlier, the BRZ, while it's not a, competition car, it is absolutely brilliant with handling, especially when you get some downforce adjustment for the car. It's brilliant. It handles just like a train. Coming in on another tight chicane here. Take it beautifully. Look how we carry our speed and we keep our follow through. That was good. Great turn. The one thing that I don't truly understand about Forza, though, I will say, is definitely when it comes to the feel of the car. I think one of my favorite racing games, like at least sim racing games, at least the driving experience, is Need for Speed Shift 2 Unleashed. Because, I remember playing that game as a kid and just taking those tight turns and seeing, if you took a hard wreck, your screen would blur, it would shake, it would gray, you'd hear a character grunt. There is nothing like that. Just seeing the rubble on the road too from the tires being really ripped off as you're driving and doing laps. Absolutely brilliant. And I think that's something that Turn 10 could definitely learn from it. They wanted a true, at least in my opinion, a true next-gen racing sim game. Forza Motorsport 8 better have something like Need for Speed Shift 2 Unleashed, because man, that was absolutely magical just playing that game and just watching and seeing, literally as you would take a turn, your character would look in, you would see your character's actual racing helmet in the corner of the screen shaking from the movement of the car. Just brilliant. Something Forza definitely could take from. We are actually taking this almost at the top speed, I believe, of the BRZ. We are coming in pretty hot. Taking perfect turns. We slow down here beautifully and take this corner amazing. Great job, I would say. I think my biggest problem with sim racers as well is when I'm driving, feeling the bump and also feeling what your car is feeling is pretty big to me. When I'm driving, I take a sharp turn or something, or I do something crazy, I definitely can feel what the car is feeling, and that really helps me differentiate, should I slow down or should I do this? And how do I countersteer that? Or, oh man, I took that corner way too hard with a launch, oversteer. It's just brilliant, stuff like that. But Forza doesn't have that, so I'll be taking a lot of my turns harder than I feel like I normally would. And I also do struggle a bit to find my braking zone and when to launch off of a corner. As some of you may know, when you are coming off an apex of a turn, that's when you really want to just get on the gas and get right back on the gas and get the car going again. Take these corners just masterfully, just absolutely brilliant, just watching this. Coming down to a chicane here with about a left turn, then a right, and then another right turn. Following up with that. And handling these turns just butter smooth. Look at that, a good turn. That was amazing. This one, a little rough around the edges, but overall still a just beautiful turn. You could definitely see how I kept that a nice, just beautiful, U shape. Whereas that was a bit rough. You could definitely hear the tires sliding, losing their grip, but still, I keep my speed through this tight straightaway here. But it is followed up by a bit of a loose right. Something you're definitely still going to want to slow down for. Unless you're in a really grippy car. know, the beautiful thing about the BRZ2, the thing that I absolutely love, is when you launch, you're not generating that much wheel spin. Because for some of you may not know, but the BRZ actually has, I believe it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder boxer Subaru engine. I believe, I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, that's what the engine is, and it's actually used in a lot of their other vehicles too, quite commonly. And it's just an absolutely brilliant little engine. Surprisingly, it produces a lot of horsepower for what it is. I mean, it's no M3 GTR engine with those straight cut racing gears, but it certainly is a very wonderful car. Going down this straightaway, taking some scenic shots of the car. Keep the, just gotta show off the car a little. Absolutely stunning. We are coming down as fast as this car can, I believe. It tops out at around 145, even with the centrifugal supercharger. Still fairly fast for this little compact sedan. I'm sorry, not sedan, coupe. I don't know why I got those two mixed up. Still, brilliant driving all the way down. We come hard and fast to this turn. Brake a little bit, although we brake pretty hard here. Take a nice sharp right on that chicane. And finally ended off with a straightaway to the finish line. Absolutely brilliant driving. Fantastic work. Here we are, choosing a brand new track. As you can see, I chose to go a little British on this one. A little bit of British in the USA. And as you can see, I chose a McLaren P1 GTR, one of my favorite cars. It is just, the P1 in and of itself is just a stunning looking car. Just look at that bodywork, absolutely just beautiful. It's a modern marvel, really. We're here at Watkins Glen. We're going to be doing the full circuit. Let's see how fast I can take it. I believe, if I remember, I didn't do too well during the first few laps. Listen to that engine roar. Just absolutely such a beautiful car to listen to. Not too bad of a launch, I would like to say. I think we did a pretty good launch. We come a little too soft, at least in my opinion right here. We definitely could have sped up just a little, but still a great turn. We definitely are playing it safe this first lap, I could definitely tell, just by how slow I'm taking these corners, as I'm still used to the BRZ at this point, so I'm just trying to adjust to the speed and the absolute grip that this GTR has. Coming down a straightaway, almost at nearly 200 miles an hour. Going crazy there. We slow down quite a bit, but are still able to pull through the corner very well. Coming on a sharp right, we do lose our speed just a bit, but we are able to hold the turn very well and exit extraordinarily great. Come on a tight left turn, almost take it a little too hard, but we're able to recover it and get right back on the gas. Brilliant turn and good rate and great recovery there. You know, the P1 GTR is funny, at least to me, as I remember I used to never love McLaren. I wasn't the biggest fan. And then I remember just looking at the P1 GTR in the car selection screen of Forza Motorsport 6, and just, it looked absolutely like a dream. And then, well, the rest is history. One of my favorite cars to drive, and my favorite track to take this on, is Nürburgring, as it handles those German corners pretty great, actually. We're coming up on our first lap here, about to finish it. Now the second lap is where it gets a little rickety. We, at least from my memory. Absolutely brilliant driving, great lap at about just a flat 2 minutes almost. Take this corner just a tad bit too hard. So we're having to rely on the outside instead of the inside. Whereas here we're able to totally just slightly open up. Brilliant turn right there. We kept great speed. Now this is where we truly can let the P1 GTR open. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant speed, but we have a lot of speed. We need to be able to slow it down. And we are able to finally slow that down. Oh. Lost a little bit of grip there. We're coming very hard on this turn. A little too hard. But we keep our speed, and we're able to stay somewhat on the inside. Coming up on that left turn, this was a pretty bad turn, at least in my opinion. I mean, we spun out terribly, but we are able to recover. Just want to rewatch that though, but as we're coming down, you can just see I'm coming in way too hot. If I would have reacted at least a second earlier, I think I would have been able to actually recover that, but I decided to use my e-brake and just play it safe rather than fly off the track. Continuing on, we're coming back on that straightaway, coming to a very lenient right turn, which we keep brilliant speed through. I mean, just look at that. Although our finish wasn't that spectacular, losing a bit of grip in our rear tires, thus resulting in the back to fly out. Here we are, slowing down. We take this right masterfully. We did lose a bit of time on our lap, but we will probably be able to recover. As you can see, I have much more confidence in the car now, since I actually know what I'm driving now. I'm no longer in, oh, we're in slow mode. We're in proper hypercar territory. So now I'm actually taking it pretty confidently. Brilliant little turn. Braked a tad bit too early, but I kept great speed through that turn. Coming on our final lap now. We were nearly 2 seconds over last time on our lap. Hopefully we're able to get a pretty decent lap time on here. We take that turn, all right. Definitely could have been more to the right. But we take this turn absolutely brilliantly, keep our speed, and we're able to slow down just a little, but we keep brilliant speed, making a perfect turn. Which here we allow the P1 GTR to open up. Just listen to that engine roar down this tarmac. We slow down perfectly, finding that braking zone. And we're able to keep our speed, and not only keep our speed, but just brilliantly cutting through those corners like they're nothing. Here we are, taking a nice right, keeping good speed, but we do enter the outside, resulting in some time loss. Now here is where I really wanted to make a comeback, as we spun out last time, and I did fantastic. I took it a little slow, but I was able to keep the car's composure and keep some decent speed. The P1 GTR is honestly, like I said, a modern marvel. It is absolutely so brilliant, and it is just a dream to drive. This thing can take corners at some pretty insane speed. You could be going 100 km/h on a pretty sharp right turn, and if you take it right, you'll actually be able to take that corner. For those who don't know, 100 km/h is approximately about like 60 to 70 miles an hour. It's not too fast. It's around that ballpark. I'm just ballparking because I'm a Yank. I don't know my metrics very well. I'm kidding. Coming on our last lap, let's see how well we can take this last right turn. We keep our speed, brilliant, finish it perfectly, and we are off to the finish line. This is definitely some new content for me, and this is something I was actually really interested in, and seems like a lot of fun. So definitely keep your guys' ears and eyes peeled for some more Forza gameplay, as I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'm out.